And what I'm talking about when I say 1 in 5 is that 1 in 5 dachshunds are born with disc disease. That's intervertebral disc disease. Look around you. Look at 4 other dachshunds. Is it your dog that has disc disease? Is it your dog that is 1 in 5? Dogs that are born with disc disease have discs that are prematurely aging. At the age of 1 year old, their discs are already starting to weaken and degenerate. But it's not until they reach the age of 3 to maybe 7 years old that we or vets know that they have disc disease. Don't be fooled by the word back problem when you hear that dachshunds have back problems. We all know people that have back problems. Usually in a few days, if they take a pill and stay off their back, the pain goes away and they can proceed on with life. However, people think that dachshunds are little people, and we like to treat them like that. But they are not little people with sore backs. Dogs are built differently. If a dog has a back problem, it most likely can escalate to loss of leg use and loss of bladder control. We don't hear that happening with a person that has a back problem too often. And so that is why it is so very important for you to know a little bit about disc disease so that you can recognize what are the symptoms, so that you can immediately do something to save the spinal cord and get to a vet that knows about disc disease. Okay, let's say you've gotten your dog to the vet, and he looks at him and he says, well, after doing the exam and the way his legs are, I want to refer you to Washington State University. It's about 7 hours from here, and they can do surgery on your dog. It runs about $3,000 to $3,500. And the way his legs are, if you don't feel that surgery is an option, you really need to consider putting your dog to sleep. Oh my God! Your mind is blown. You're shaking. You're trying to choke back tears. You can't think. You don't know anything about disc disease. Are you going to kill your dog?
No. Do you want me to take the podcast there so people can see?
Okay. No, you're not. But unfortunately, many people have done that because they simply didn't know enough about disc disease, and they got to a vet who also did not know this disease. Okay. Not all vets know every disease that a dog can have, and some vets do not know about disc disease. So, I propose that we erase this terrible story and put you in a position that you never have to make such a decision. Let's have you do some homework tonight when you get home and learn a few things about disc disease that can save your dog. You know the drill. If you don't know the enemy, how are you going to know when he gets here? And how are you going to know the best way to fight him? When you find a vet that knows disc disease, they're going to tell you it is not fatal. They are going to tell you there are 2 treatments for disc disease. One of them is surgery. The other is conservative treatment, which consists of 8 weeks of crate rest, medications to relieve the pain, and other medications to help to get the swelling down in the spinal cord. So, how are you going to assess if your vet knows this disease, or whether you need to look for another vet? The only way is for you to know a few things about IVDD, or intervertebral disc disease. And you're fortunate, because I can direct you to a course in just 10 minutes on the web. You can know what you need to know and help save your dog's life and make good decisions for him. All you need to do is go to DoxieRaceSpeech.mov, right there on the front page. On the front page, there's a 10-minute course called Shortcut Through IVDD. It's easy to learn, it's easy to find, and I hope you go there. Please, there are these yellow postcards all around. Be sure you pick up one for yourself. Pick up one if you have a friend who has a dachshund who's not here. And for sure, pick up one for your vet. It's a good jumping off conversation starter to ask your vet what he knows about disc disease. Okay, I have 4 tips dachshund tips that I want to share with you. But before I do that, be thinking if you have something that you can add to what I've said today. I'd like to hear from you, or if you have any questions. Okay, the first dachshund tip that I want to share with you is to make your home back friendly. What that means is dachshunds shouldn't be doing stairs. They shouldn't be jumping up and down off of furniture. No steps, no stairs, no jumping. So get some ramps. You can make a plywood ramp that goes off your porch onto the grass. You can put baby gates up along stairwells. And you can also find interior ramps to go to furniture and to your bed. And it certainly is easier to train a puppy how to use a ramp, but you can teach an old dog new tricks. Okay, second tip is the crate. Remember I said one of the treatments for back disease is crating your dog, whether he's had surgery or whether he's had conservative treatment. The dog needs to be comfortable in a crate. A crate is wonderful anyway because when you leave home, your dog should always be in a crate. That's the safest place for him, and he can't hurt himself. So, go on the internet. There's lots of short little videos that teach you how to make your dog comfortable. My dogs will go in the crate just to chew on a bone, or if they want to take a little nap. I don't make them go. They just know that's their special den, their special place, and they like the crate. Okay, next tip is about collars for dachshunds. From this day onwards, think of a collar as a necklace to hold the tags. That's it. Anytime you want to attach a leash, you should attach it to a harness. Clark is my dog, and he's wearing a green coastal comfort wrap. I got it on the internet for $10 with shipping. It's very easy. You just snap it. They step right in, and then you hook it back up. The purpose of the harness is it takes all the pressure off the delicate neck and spine and puts it down on the bony part of the chest. So when they're pulling, they're not stressing out their spine. Another wonderful harness, and I've owned one for over 18 years and it's still in good condition, is called Hug-A-Dog harness. And they come in mesh, both hands, and supporting both ends, so that if you pick up a dachshund like you do a baby with your hands under their armpits, you're only supporting one end, and that is not good for the back. The way you want to support them is with one hand you come underneath the dog and grab the hind thigh, and that gives you good grip on them so they can't jump out of your arms. The other hand comes under and gets under their chest, and then you bring them up towards your body. And I don't know if anybody can see, but I'll try to demonstrate it on